Okay, we're live.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting of the special meeting of the Livermore Amador Valley Transit Authority to order. The meeting is being of the November 2nd, 2020. It's being conducted under the rules as a teleconference under the COVID-19 rules, which can be read about on the website as part of the agenda. And we will be foregoing the Pledge of Allegiance because of that complexity. So with that, I'd like to have a roll call, please.
Director Brown.
Here.
Director Coomber.
Here.
Director Haggerty.
Hello.
Director Halbert.
Here.
Director Hernandez.
Here.
Vice Chair Penton.
Here.
Chair Warner.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
could you please ask David Halbert to read the red part to me? Because I don't know what it says. I see the blue, I see the white, I don't see the red.
Okay.
It
So
says
we can,
something like, be a good person. We need that to happen. Something like that. I don't, here, I'll move.
Still can't see it.
Well, I can read it what happens. So if you don't talk, oh, I guess the trouble is it gets, now I don't know, it says this has been hard on all of us or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to
anyway,
interrupt the meeting, Mr. Chairman, and good luck.
Hey, no problem. Just chin up, right? I think that's what it says.
Yep.
Okay, with that, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Do we have any members of the audience, can address the board of directors, but we can't deliberate on anything that's brought forth. But do we have anybody who would like to speak on items not on the agenda?
I don't see any attendees that would like to speak, and we didn't receive any public comment via email either.
Okay, with that, I'd like to close the meeting open to the public. And then with that, item number 4, which is the September Tri-Valley Accessible Advisory Committee meetings. I think that's Herb. Is that you?
There we go. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for assisting me. I'm here today to give you the September TVAC Advisory Committee meeting report. Hope everyone's doing good this week too with this thing tomorrow, big day. So let's see. We ended up reviewing the paratransit operations maintenance RFP program. Had been presented by the staff, and we were informed of the current status of where it was, contract for the last operating year. And then, so for a 3-year term with the 4 years options. Then they were informed us regarding a 1-seat regional ride pilot program. And they gave us a little detail of what it was about, involving the including of connecting with County Connection, which had, I believe it was due to the COVID situation, so that they're preventing multiple transfers from one vehicle to another. And then we had the update with East Bay Paratransit situation with COVID occurring and how they're working together for the interconnection. Day programs haven't been opened yet, so they're giving us that report. And then we had a minor an agenda item that I included was the opportunity to find out the status regarding the ongoing status of the autonomous vehicle, SAV. And so while it was there one day, I went over there and took some photos of the inside and outside. So I was able to give a pictorial picture of what did the vehicle look like at the time. And I did go by it the other day, a couple of weeks ago. It was located at BART. And then we got our latest taxi the debit card pilot program update, when that was supposed to begin. And so we did that, and then we had local, the route, then we had our updates on services and concerns that the members had. And otherwise, there wasn't really any major issues or concerns from members. If anyone has a question, I can answer.
Okay, anyone have a question? So no, I'd just like to thank you for that, Herb. And and so it sounds good that that the people don't have any major issues, but certainly keep us informed if anything comes up. As we were looking at David's sign, you know, we've all got to bear up with this. So thank you for that. Any other
Okay.
thoughts?
And then we do have our meeting is November, or is on Wednesday. So if anyone is able to attend, you're welcome to attend. Jennifer can send you the link.
Okay, and one last thing, you mentioned looking at the autonomous vehicle.
Yeah.
Michael, you want to tell them about how to sign up for a ride? Michael Tree?
Yeah, I was thinking if Tone or Tony were on the line, but basically it'll be through software. You go into the website, onto the page for the autonomous vehicle, and there'll be a link that'll take you into software, and you can pick a day and a time and reserve that spot so that we can, you know, preserve physical distancing and so on. But Tony, if you want to add to that, I think we're ready to go and start delivering rides. I think as early as November 16th was the last date that I had heard.
Okay, I did have one quick question, if I could ask, if it's okay with the board.
Sure.
Member. Okay, what's the range and service area range of the vehicle? I was asked a couple of times, and I asked the representative that was at the BART station, and he didn't really know anything. And I was going to present this to the committee if there was any answers to it.
So what you can do, I mean, I don't know, Michael, if you want to answer real quick, but you could, it sounds like if you talk to Tony, you could get the details.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'll go through staff. I was just seeing if Michael knew anything. Otherwise, thank you very much, and good luck to all of you that are running an election.
All right, well, thank you so much. We're all
Okay,
going to be
I'll
happy tomorrow when it's over.
Thank you,
Okay, with
Herb. I
that-
appreciate that.
So thanks, Herb. So we've got the consent agenda. Does anybody want to pull an item for discussion, or is there a motion?
I'll move approval
Second.
of consent.
Okay, moved by Carla. Who was second?
Me?
Okay, there we go. Seconded by Scott. So any discussion? If not, can we have a roll call, please?
Director Brown,
Yes.
Director Coomber,
Yes.
Director Haggerty,
Yes.
Director Halbert,
Yes.
Director Hernandez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Penton,
Yes.
Chair Warner.
Yes. Okay, passes unanimously. Could then on to item 6, the CAFR.
All right, thank you. So we're presenting to you the CAFR for fiscal year 20. As you know, the year ended June 30th, but there's a lot of work that goes into our audit and the production of our financial statements. And David Alvey, our audit partner from Mays & Associates, is here to present and answer any questions.
Great, thank you. My name is David Alvey, and I'm the audit partner in charge of the LAFTA audit. And my job every year is to come in and do an audit and render an opinion whether or not the financial statements that you as board members review and use for budgeting tools and everything else are accurate and free of material misstatement. So I'm pleased to say that, again, we have given LAFTA an unmodified audit opinion, and that's on page 105 of your board packet. And it's the highest level of assurance that a CPA firm can give an entity. So congratulations, you passed your audit. There was no new accounting standards or government accounting standards board pronouncements that came into effect this year that had a material effect on the financials. In fact, back in March, GASB gave us a 1-year extension on all GASBs due to COVID. So everything's been pushed back a year, which helps us as auditors, and I'm sure your local jurisdictions and cities also were really happy to see that 1-year extension for GASBs. So with the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, or the CAFR, there's also a component in there that's the single audit portion. So Loftus spent a little bit over $1 million in federal funds from the Department of Transportation this year. So that triggered what's called a single audit. So you'll see that report in the back. And then also in the back of the CAFR are all the compliance opinions for the various other types of grant monies that LOFTA gets. We did go into a little bit more detail of this back last week with the Finance and Administrative Committee, and answered a couple of questions there. The second document that we produce is called the Memorandum on Internal Controls, and that's also known as the management letter. And that's my communication to this board of things that we found, and they're really categorized into 3 areas. We have material weaknesses, which are really bad. Something material can flow through the internal controls and not get caught. We have none of those. The second category is significant deficiencies. That something significant can flow through and not get caught. And we have none of those. And the third is a catch-all, just other matters. We have nothing that we need to bring to your attention regarding any internal control matters that we found during the audit. And with that, I'd just like to thank Tamara for all of her help. And it was really interesting to try to do audits remotely this year, but it kind of solidifies the mentality of a risk-based audit approach, where we have to bob and weave based on the circumstances that are happening in current situation that we're auditing. So be that a shelter in place where people are working remotely, we still have to make sure that we have that good internal controls, that the risk of material misstatement due to fraud or error is still not there. And I'm pleased to say we didn't find anything at LOFTA. And I do thank Tamara for help during the audit. And with that, I'd like to open up to any questions you might have.
Okay, does anyone have any questions or comments? All right, seeing none, I'd just like to say thank you. And it's wonderful that nothing bad was found. So I guess that means, Michael, that we can apply for an award. So the, what I'd like to, we have to accept this. So I think that's I need a motion.
Oh, yep.
So moved.
Okay.
Bob?
Yes.
Scott Haggerty has his hand raised.
Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry, Scott.
Look, this is nothing earth-shattering, but I wanted to ask the question, and it's nothing about Mays and Associates, so I want to be clear. But how long do we keep auditors, and can you refresh my memory as to how long the contract is and all that, and any rollovers or anything? Or?
It is 3 years with, I believe, 4 option years.
And how many years are we on right now?
That's a good question. I think we went out to bid in 2017, if memory serves. So this would be the last of the contract years, and we'll be going into option years next year.
So are you automatically going to go to the option years? 7 years
No,
is
that
a
would
long time.
Huh? That would come back to the board for approval.
Okay. I just think, I mean, look, I think you guys do a great job. You're at a lot of agencies. It's just, you know, at MTC, we were guilty because we kept the same one for like 20 years or something. So it's a kind of a standard question that I ask. And I did see the validity in going with a different auditing firm at MTC this last year, to be very honest with you. So I just throw it out there. You guys can do what you want, but I'll second it.
Just to let you know, they change our audit team every year. David tends to be there because David is one of the rare auditors on their staff who has transit experience, so the specific transit nuances. But the actual auditing team changes every year, and sometimes it changes twice in 1 year.
Yeah, and I just want to make clear, this was not about Mays and Associates. This was not about David. This was simply just about asking a question. I think their firm does a fine job. It's just about asking a question.
And actually, the state has actually seen that as I mean, it truly is a problem if an auditor is with an entity for too long. And it is now written in the government code starting in 2015 that every 6 years, the audit partner has to be taken off regardless. And we obviously comply with that.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to get audited.
So, so if I could, so before we have the roll call, let me just make sure I understood this. When is the decision to renew or extend brought back to the board?
It'll probably come back in December.
Okay, and let's just make sure we made a note of what Scott suggested for us to think about. Okay, so with that, can we have the roll call?
Director Brown?
Yeah, and I wanted to say congratulations, Tamara, another great year and another great audit, but yes.
Thank you.
Director Coomber?
Aye.
Director Haggerty?
I agree with Carla, yes.
Director Halbert? Director Halbert?
All
He's
asleep.
not responding.
Yes.
Director Hernandez?
Yes.
Vice Chair Penton?
Yes.
Chair Warner?
Yes. Okay, it passes unanimously. With that, item 8, Executive Director's Report.
It's actually.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Item 7, I'm off. Item 7, the Board of Director meeting dates for 21. So who's got that?
Tamara, that was you.
I'm sorry, I assume that was you.
No, this always comes from management on this one.
But you do all the work. So we're to the staff report with all the dates for the regular scheduled Board of Directors meeting, taking into account holidays, Independence Day and Labor Day usually get moved just because they tend to fall on the holiday, or in this case, the observed holiday. And so we would just like an approval for the Board of Directors meeting calendar.
Yeah, I think any date for next year is bad for me.
So does that mean you're going to make the motion, Scott?
I'll make the motion. You have them every day. Yeah, I'll move the item if you want. I'd rather somebody move it that isn't.
I know, just whatever.
I should second it here since I won't be here either.
All right, good. We got a motion and a second.
Okay, let's have a roll call, please. If there's no discussion.
Director Brown?
Sure, yes.
Director Coomber?
Yes.
Director Haggerty?
Yep.
Director Halbert? Director Hernandez?
Yes.
Vice Chair Penton?
Yes.
Director Halbert? He is not on here right now. Chair Warner?
Yes. So it passes with the except for Halbert wasn't present, I guess.
He dropped out. Let me see something. Hold on. He moved himself over.
Well, while you're looking, I'll make an observation that out of all the people that just voted, there could be a chance that only one of them returns.
Hello. Sorry, I'm back.
Hi. Director Hubbard, how would you vote?
Aye.
There you go.
Let's see. I'm for sure returning, right?
Yeah,
Am I
Bob's the only one.
Oh, do you hold your council seat?
Yeah.
Okay, then I retract that. 2 of you will return
Ah, okay.
for sure.
That's right.
We don't know who the 2 are.
Okay. So we have the meeting date set for 21. And now on to item 8, Executive Director's Report. Michael.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Most of these items in the executive director's report we talked about in the PNS committee, which is the majority of us here. Just want to say that the fare collection resumed October 1, and that's been smooth. Ridership has been about the same as it has been the last 2 months, about 1,350 passengers or rides per day, and about 45 rides per day on the paratransit, that first number being the fixed route number. We've been working really hard to make sure that folks have masks on the buses, that we're disinfecting every night, that we're disinfecting during the day in high touch areas, just keeping the bus system safe. We have some public service announcements out on KKIQ. You may have heard one or two of them recently, but moving forward, certainly over the next 30 days or longer, you'll hear them. I think we have 4 different versions, so stay tuned on that. The APTA Awards ceremony was really a lot of fun in receiving the Transit Agency of the Year award recently. So would certainly make note of that and the good work that the board and the agency, especially the employees, are doing. Again, just to quickly review, looks like we'll be giving rides to the public starting on November 16th with the shared autonomous vehicle. And we're looking at a next generation autonomous vehicle that currently has operating speeds up about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So we're really hoping that we can continue to develop that program and do some great first last mile service into the bus system and into the BART system with that. All the other projects, capital projects, continue to go behind the scenes. We're working really hard to get that Santa Rita project to the point where we can get some bus shelters installed. I think it's just right around the corner. The project manager, Jennifer Yemens, has been working with the contractors. There were some little hiccups, I think, in regard to the foundations for the rapid medallion signs. So I think they've basically work through those issues, and you should see some cement being poured here in the real near future. Other than that, would be happy to take any questions. Jennifer Yemens is on the line, so is Tone, and they handle the bulk of the capital projects, and would be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, do we have any questions? I'm in the, I don't see any. Does anybody else see any questions? Okay.
I see myself as my hand raised.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So Michael, on this second generation, do we have any idea how much it costs or anything?
Yeah, we're putting together a budget. We're working really closely with the manufacturer. It looks like they're right around 300,000 per unit.
I'd really like to try to get a grant into the Air District before I leave. Are we to the point where Jennifer can write a grant to get that over and I can try to push it?
Yeah, I've got some information, basically a business plan for that, and we've got it ready to have you take a look at it tomorrow.
That explains the meeting. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get that into the Air District ASAP.
You bet.
Okay. Thank
Sounds
you, Mr.
like a
Chairman.
great idea. Go ahead, David.
No, I'm fine. I didn't have my hand raised.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Apologies.
That's okay. Well, any other questions, comments? So if not, then we need to adjourn to the closed sessions, which means we'll all be leaving this Zoom meeting and going into the WebEx link. So we'll see you there shortly.
Please all log out, but we will log back in after the closed session. So
do we have an email on the WebEx link?
Yeah, you need to resend that, please.
I will do that right now.
Thank you.
All right,
Okay.
I'll open the meeting now.
We'll leave and see you there in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to knock yourself off. When I go to remove you, it says you won't be able to rejoin if I do that.
Got it.
I don't want that to happen to you.
Bob,
Okay,
if you prefer, I can make the motion.
that would be good. I was a little hard to track
Yeah,
everything.
that's why I didn't want to mess with that any longer.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice picture, Carla.
There we go.
So are we back? We're back live. Do we have everybody?
No, not yet. Both Michael Conran and Michael Tree are not in here yet.
Okay. But we are live at the moment.
We are live. It'll be just a minute. So it sounded like you had difficulties with the WebEx. Is that correct?
That's an understatement.
So Michael just came in and said to set up a separate meeting via Zoom.
No, we're back in open session.
Okay. He's going to get on in just a moment.
And we're missing Michael Tree at the moment too, right?
Yeah, both Michael Tree and Michael Conran.
They were in WebEx land. Is that where they were?
I don't know.
Are you guys aware that I heard that at 8 o'clock, the registrar of voters will have all of the 60% of the votes that have been cast counted?
Wow. Will they tell us the answer?
Yeah, at 8 o'clock, they'll release the votes that have been pretty much cast up to this point.
Oh, I thought you meant 8 o'clock tonight.
No, they can't do that.
I know.
They can't even have the computer they've only been scanned right now. So the first one is going to be one huge drop.
So I think we'll know.
Well, if you're losing, you might want to think it'll change. I don't know. I think close races may not be called for a couple of days. That's what I think.
Right. But if it's not, what's the definition of close? Less than 1%?
Oh, no. I would say I saw races in Fremont swing 5%.
Okay.
Almost 10%, one of them.
So Bob Warner,
Yes.
both Michael Conran and Michael Tree are in the process of logging back into this meeting right now.
I missed, where'd you say they were?
They're both logging back into this open session right now.
Okay.
Zoom.
Good.
Mhm.
Good.
So Scott, where are we going fishing?
But you can come to my place. We'll drop a line right in the lake.
Perfect.
Where's your place, Scott?
Tennessee.
Oh,
Which city or place?
Be happy to tell you when it's just me and you or any of you. I'm not going to broadcast it.
Hey, I'm on if, Bob, if you're looking for me.
Well, we are. We're also looking for Michael, the other Michael. There we are.
Okay, he's back. You want to open and reconvene right now
Yes,
so that the
yes.
time is 4:54?
Yes. So
Go
I,
ahead.
welcome back, everyone. We've just finished the closed session. Would like to reconvene to open session. Like to ask council if we have anything to report from the closed session.
The board met in closed session to discuss the evaluation of Executive Director Michael Tree. Nothing to report out from that session. The board will can act now on his contract. I think we might want to have further discussions though. Just in my brief conversation with the executive director, I'm wondering if there's a way to put us into a breakout room or another way, or give us another Zoom connect, because we had a lot of technical trouble with the WebEx.
So I can go ahead and provide that. It'll take me just a few minutes to get that put together.
Okay.
You want me to go forward with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, bear with me.
So will you be sending that out in another email?
That would be correct.
And then we drop out of this one again?
Yeah.
Correct.
So we'll drop now out of this one. So we're going to reconvene back
And
to the
Zoom.
closed session. Pardon?
That would be correct.
We're going to go back to a closed session.
Yes.
All right. And we'll do
Okay,
that.
fair.
And so we'll drop now and wait for your email. And then we'll get
Okay.
back in.
Okay,
We
it'll be just a minute.
Okay. So we'll drop. Okay. Are we all back yet? No, we're not.
Bob, for some reason, I can barely hear you now.
Okay, let me.
Maybe others can't hear you all right.
No, I think what happened, it's now switched out of my AirPods. I got to go back over there now. Okay.
We are missing David Halbert and Melissa Hernandez.
David's there. He's under attendees.
Oh, yeah. There's David. Now it's just Melissa. Okay, she's on. Bob, she's on now.
Hey, are we all here again?
Yep, good.
Okay, we'll reconvene for the second time to open session. And again, do we like the attorney to say if we report anything reportable from the last closed session?
No, just to state that the board met in closed session concerning the evaluation and contract negotiations with the executive director. It's now returning to open session to consider any modification of his employment contract.
Okay, thank you for that. So we're on to item 13. And do I have any discussion or motion?
Thanks.
Scott has his hand raised.
Okay, Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So as you know, we've met and we certainly have discussed Michael Tree and his ability to run this agency, and you know, and the accolades that he's brought to it just in the last few years, and most recently our Northern California Transit Association Award. Did I say Northern California? I certainly meant Northern America. And everything that he's done. And I think under most circumstances, he would be due a raise. And personally, I believe that he would be due a bonus for his latest achievement. But I don't think Michael's comfortable accepting that at this point. I hope that I won't be on the board. Some of you pointed out that you will be, but I hope you remember that, you know, he wanted to forego the raise this year and anything else because of the ability to run the agency during COVID. And I really respect the man for this. I think it's an incredible decision on his part. But having said that, I think that we can all benefit from a better general manager, a better executive director. And I don't know if he can get any better, but I think that what I would like to move, Mr. Chair, if you're ready for a motion, is that we give Michael the ability to have a $10,000 professional development stipend, in which if there's something coming up, various courses that he thinks can benefit him and the ability to run the agency, I would like him to have that money available to be able to attend these courses and continue to move us as one of the premier transit agencies in the United States. A transit agency, I would add, that is running an autonomous shuttle, that is working on building a 42-mile train, and is continuing to operate safely within its jurisdiction, a bus transit lines that are safe for our people to ride and the people that we represent. So I would move that we do that $10,000 professional development account that he can draw down on to go to these types courses.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion of the motion?
Can staff ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
You said a $10,000, I guess, educational stipend, or do you mean $10,000 in his budget line item for training?
It's a personal development. I thought I said personal development
Professional.
account. So he's the personal and it's his development. And so if there's a course that he believes that will help him, say, for example, in employee relations, I don't know, negotiations, things like that, he'll have that money there that he can use to go to those courses. So it's a
Okay.
personal
That would be
development.
that would be on top of the 10,000 that's already in the budget.
The what?
It's an allowance.
That would be on top of the 10,000 that's already in the budget for that?
Is that already in the budget?
It's
Yes.
for going to conferences and meetings, those type of things.
So
Whatever
that's
training he wants.
conferences, that's something that's different. So yes, it's over and above.
What about?
Okay, thank you.
And just for clarification, Scott, it's not just one class. If there's one seminar or something in Seattle and another one in Washington, D.C., and it still fit within a 10,000, he could do both, right?
He could, or if he has one course that he thinks he would really benefit from and how to tear a diesel engine apart and put it back together, that's his choice. Yeah,
Well, it have to be an electric engine or something, right?
or a hydrogen.
Yeah. So any other,
Mr. Chair, just a technical matter. We do want to, we've had a practice of extending the executive director's term for.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I apologize. I would also like to extend the term of his contract one more year.
So that would be through December 1st of 2023.
Thank you.
and that, Director Coomer, you're seconding that as well?
I'm seconding that as well. Yes, thank you.
Okay, and one comment I would like to just add, I think Michael and the agency have done a spectacular job. And I'm thinking back, Haggerty is moving on, but it was Director Haggerty and Brown and myself many years ago that I think we're all pleased with having hired Michael, and that he's done a great job for us. So thank you, Michael, for not only this year, but for all the years.
Okay, now that you brought that up, Bob, I'm going to come clean because I remember Carla Brown pushing extremely hard for Michael Tree, and I wasn't in that camp. So Carla, you were right. I was wrong.
Put it in writing. It's in the minutes.
No, it wasn't. It was in closed session.
No, but it is now because you just.
Yeah, well, there it is.
Uh-oh.
I hope that doesn't affect our friendship, Michael.
Anyway, it's really good. So, and I had that interlude, but in the meantime, it's what you've done, Michael, is fantastic. And I also want to say that, extend that to the staff as well for winning the award.
Yeah. So
with that, can we have the roll call?
Okay, so is there any chance for a comment? Just thank you, Scott, but you make us proud, Michael and Tamara and everyone on staff. You truly do such an excellent job that I know everybody that sits on this board is very proud to be here. And it is because of your commitment to the organization. And I don't know if you'll even have time for professional development, because I know between the two organizations that you function as executive director, you're one heck of a busy person, but I hope you do find the time, because it's a sincere investment in you, and we want to see you for many years to come. Michael, you said the continuation of the contract is until 2023. So it's always, I guess, instead of 2022? Or 2021?
So it's been 36 months. So there's a term in the statute. So the last year we extended it 36 months, starting December 1st of 2019. So it'd be 36 months starting December 1st of 2020. which is a month from now, and extending through December 1st of 2023. So that's 3 years.
I see. So it's always 3 years ahead of the
Yes.
approval. So it's a 3-year contract.
That way
Okay,
we-
thank
we
you very
keep them
much.
around.
I
We
appreciate
don't
the
want them, we don't want them
clarification.
going anywhere. We don't want them going anywhere.
Except to training.
Yeah, right.
And vacation every once in a while.
Fishing.
Okay, any other comments or clarifications? And thank you for that, Carlos. So I think that it was worth getting that clear. Okay, can we have the roll call?
Director Brown,
Yes.
Director Cooper,
Yes.
Director Haggerty,
Yes.
Director Halbert,
Yes.
Director Hernandez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Penton,
Yes.
Chair Warner.
Yes. Okay, the passes unanimously and wonderful job. So with that, we're on to item 14, matters initiated by the Board of Directors. Any matters initiated? Okay, seeing none, then we're adjourned to the next meeting scheduled for December 7th, 2020. So thank you all.
Thank
Yes.
you.
As long as it's not a WebEx.
Yeah,
Thank you.
don't do that again. Thank you. Apologize. for
Good
the-
luck, everybody.
Yeah.